Good evening, good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. I just want to check out something quickly. Just want to check out something quickly.
Major breaking news this morning. Israeli officials say the supreme leader of Iran has been killed at...
I'm still with you, folks. I'm still with you. I'm still with you. Still around. Still around. Oh. I'm still with you, folks. I'm still. Just want to check out something quickly here.
Thanks for joining us. We begin with major breaking news this morning. Israeli officials say the supreme...
All right. I don't know why the volume for this thing is so low. I'm trying to fix that now. I'm trying to fix that now. I don't know why the volume for this thing is so low. Okay, so basically I wanted to play this clip here.
leader of Iran has been killed hours after the US and Israel joined forces in a joint attack to topple the country's regime.
Now, Tehran has responded, launching airstrikes on multiple cities. Let's bring in our team first to chief reporter Chris Reason, who's in Tel Aviv. Now, Reason, we just saw some vision in the last couple of minutes. The city there has been hit.
Yeah, good morning to you guys. Correct, Mon. In the last 15 minutes, a massive missile managed to break through Israel's defensive systems here in the capital, Tel Aviv, exploding on the horizon behind us. We don't know what the scene is there on the ground. It's not usual, not normal to see a missile break through the Iron Dome system.
Man, I think we should brace ourselves for something big this weekend.
Israel with their ballistic missiles and the air defense systems aren't 100% perfect. Sometimes they
So
Jimmy Cannon. Now we're entering the 13th year of Operation Epic Fury, this combined operation between the Israelis and the Americans. The IDF, the Israeli Defense Force, just held a press conference saying that they've so far hit 500 targets across Iran. We're talking military, nuclear, the courts, the parliament, and also significantly the personal home and compound of the supreme leader himself, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Now, on that, reports from respected news organisations, first of all Reuters, next NBC, saying that Khamenei, 86-year-old supreme leader, Shia cleric, leader of Iran, has been killed in one of these surgical airstrikes by the Allied operators on this. There's even talk, one of the Israeli TV stations saying that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has seen video of his body. Now, this is an extraordinary development and has massive implications for millions of people in this region. They will be rejoicing and celebrating. This guy was a dictator, a ruthless tyrant who has overseen thousands of deaths, as we've seen in the protests at the beginning of this year. but it will also cause extreme fury and anger on hardline radicals, especially within Iran. Stand by for terrorism response to what has happened in these last couple of hours. Now, on top of all of that, Iran had promised to hit back. It has hit back and hard. We've seen not just normal military bases as targets, but civilian targets as well. And not just in the normal places like here in Iran, but across the Middle East. 6 countries so far hit by their missiles. I'll list them off: Kuwait, Qatar, Jordan, the UAE, Bahrain, and, as I say, here in Israel as well. Those attacks are continuing. Iran seems to be throwing absolutely everything at this, and it's throwing it in every single direction. It is the desperate last throes of this regime as we talk about decapitation strikes. And as I say, tonight we have almost confirmation that the Ayatollah has been assassinated.
Huge breaking news there, Chris Reason, with the potential there to reshape that region. We'll come back to you shortly. Now, though, to Rob Scott in Washington, D.C. Rob, what does the White House have to say?
Siri's dictation was driving me crazy.
Come on.
Whisper flow. Here's why I'll never go back.
Well, David, Donald Trump himself was the one who actually informed the American people that he had authorized these strikes. He recorded a brief statement from his private club in Mar-a-Lago, releasing it on social media really early this morning when most Americans were asleep, outlining the broad goals of what is undoubtedly his biggest foreign policy gamble to date. Actually, these pictures you can see on your screen right now are the first pictures released by the White House not that long ago, showing him in Mar-a-Lago monitoring these strikes which he authorized. He said he had 3 main goals when he flicked the switch on this. He wanted to stop Iran from ever getting a nuclear weapon, to crush its military, and to bring about regime change. And unlike that one-and-done campaign that we saw last June when the US bombed Iran's nuclear facilities, experts say that this is likely to be a much longer, more protracted campaign, the biggest US military campaign since the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. And right now, you can probably hear the commotion behind me. There have been big protests through the streets of Washington, D.C. today. Many Americans upset that Donald Trump has sent American troops into harm's way, particularly after he campaigned on ending these forever wars. But the president is adamant that Tehran posed an imminent risk, and he had to act.
Lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere.
So Donald Trump continues to monitor the unfolding events in the Middle East from his club, Mar-a-Lago, in Florida. He has also admitted that it is very likely US troops could die in this conflict. Guys.
Yes, he made a point of that, didn't he, Rob? OK, let's go to political editor Mark Riley, who's in Canberra now. Riles, we understand that the US has Australia's backing.
It does, Mon. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says Australia does support the US operations to ensure Iran doesn't get its hands on nuclear weapons and to support the Iranian people in their struggle against oppression. The Prime Minister has called an emergency meeting of the National Security Committee of Cabinet to begin here in the next half an hour. That meeting will get an update on the operations and the latest intelligence about the claimed death of Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, as Rizzo just reported, and his senior government executive team. Here's Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke speaking on Weekend Sunrise to us a little earlier on.
We want the Iranian people to be able to have charge of their government again. In the last few months, we've seen the Iranian people start to rise up.
This is bad, man.
Brutally slaughtered by this regime. Thousands of their own citizens killed by this
So they took out the Iranian's supreme leader.
They can, and for those planning on going there, to delay those plans for the time being. If he can get out,
as much as technically gold, we were looking at shorting it. I think, man, we need to get our hands on gold. We need to buy gold now. We need to buy gold. We need to buy WTI. We need to buy Brent crude. I think gold will gap on the upside tomorrow.
Tony Burke told Weekend Sunrise The threat level here in Australia remains at probable, which is high, but that ASIO is constantly assessing that setting. He wasn't prepared, though, to disclose the level of notice that Australia was given by the US or Israel before this operation began, or interestingly, whether Australia supports regime change as an objective in Iran.
I don't know, folks. What do you think? I think we need to get our money on gold tomorrow. I think gold will gap to the upside tomorrow. But just before I do anything, let me check out what our AI is saying. I just want to talk to our AI now. Let's hear Loaz's perspective on this. Malazis, do your thing. Loazi, do your thing. What do you think of the war that is happening right now, and how can I position myself as a trader, right? Let's see what the AI is saying. Hey, you guys. Let's see what the AI is saying. Okay, so I'm gonna read it out for you. So the AI say, "Hey Chopper, I hear you. Geopolitical events like wars definitely move markets, and as traders, we need to understand how to navigate these waters without getting our accounts blown up. Here's how to think about this as a trader." Immediate market impacts to watch: safe haven flows, money typical flows into USD, gold, Japanese during uncertainty. Energy sector, this is what I had said. Oil, gas often spike due to supply concerns. Risk of sentiment, stocks may sell off initially, bonds may rally. Volatility increases, expect bigger moves and a wider spreads. If you're using Okta, you don't need to worry about spreads, right? How to position yourself. So the AI is saying, first of all, don't chase the news. The biggest mistake I see traders make is trying to trade headlines. By the time you see the news, the smart money has already moved. This is so powerful. Instead, focus on VWAP on major indices. As price is above or below, this tells you an institutional buyer. Psychological levels, round numbers become even more important, and I think we have seen this, guys, with gold. When I was on CNBC and I said I'm seeing 5,500 go to the downside. Why was I looking at those levels? Because it was a psychological level. So the AI is now saying psychological levels, round numbers become even more important during volatility. Number 3, multi-time frame confluence. Don't trade off 5 minutes chart during high volatility. Now, risk management, this is what the AI is saying. Reduce your position sizes. Volatility means bigger moves against you. Why the stops? Don't get stopped out by noise. Stay liquid. Keep more cash available for opportunities. Remember, family, markets have survived every war, every crisis, every end of the war scenario. Our job isn't to predict the future, it's to react to what the price is telling us right now. What specific pairs or instruments are you looking at? Let's break down the actual setups instead of trying to predict headlines. So let me say I'm looking at gold. Guys, if you are not having this system by now, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Like, I really don't know what you're waiting for. If I'm being honest, I really don't know what you're waiting for. This thing is a game changer. Okay, fine. Let's see what's happening. So say, hey Chopper. Okay, this was the first one. Okay. It's saying, gold. Now we're talking. Chopper is putting even a fire emoji there. Gold is the move. Gold is the move during uncertainty. It's where scared money runs when the world gets shaky. But listen, just because gold should go up doesn't mean we abandon on the process. Here's how to approach gold right now. First, check your levels. Where is gold relative to view up on the daily? Okay, so if you're saying where is gold relative on the daily, so let's go to gold quickly. Let's go to gold quickly. On the daily, let's see how we are playing above view up. So gold is now trading at 5,078. View up is trading at 5,040. Okay, so that's what the AI is asking there, right? Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, so we know the levels for gold. So it's saying what are levels are you looking? Rounded numbers like 2,252. Okay, so we can basically say here we can look at 5,500 again. Maybe that can be a possible scenario, right? On gold. Okay, so it's saying multi-time frame analysis. Daily was an overall trend. Are we on an upward trend or just a spike? H4. Where are the key support resistance zone? 15 minutes. Wait for your entry confirmation. Don't just buy because of war. So it's basically saying war is equals to gold up. Okay, and that's what I was saying when we started that. Guys, let's try to buy gold. Risk management on gold. Gold move fast during volatility. Your 1%, 2% risk rule is even more critical. Don't chase breakouts. Very important. The AI said don't chase breakouts during the war. Set your stop loss based on structure, not just the dollar amounts. Key question: are you looking at spot gold or gold futures, and what time frame are you looking at? Also, what's your account size? Man, there's just a whole lot of things here. I mean, the AI is even asking, what is your account size? I want to switch this thing to listen. Okay, so we are onto something. We are really
gold. Now we're talking, Chopper. Gold is the move during uncertainty. It's where scared money runs when the world gets shaky. Gold. But listen, now just we're talking, because gold should go up doesn't mean we abandon our process. Hash. Here's how we approach gold right now. Asterisk first. Check your levels. Where is ZOSD relative to VWAP on the daily? This tells us institutional bias. What psychological levels are we near? Round numbers like 2,000, 2050, 2100 are magnets. Is price
okay? Okay, so far it seems like the AI is agreeing with us, looking for buy orders. To be honest with you, technically on Friday I was looking at this thing at least dropping around this area here and failing and going to the downside, right? Technically so, but given the news, man, I think gold is going to gap to the upside. Gold is going to gap to the upside tomorrow. That's how I see it. Guys, we never prayed when we started this. Please allow me to pray. Father, we thank you. We honor you, Lord. Thank you for giving us this opportunity as we are about to do the work that you've given us, the career that you've chosen for us. You saw us fit that we can dwell and participate in a career like this, and you saw us fit that we have the capacity, the capability of handling the pressure that comes with it. We are praying, we are asking that you guide us through even during this week, and we are praying that may you save as many souls as you can during this war and these difficult times. We are praying for your divine intervention in Jesus' name. Amen. May the chopper say amen. Amen and amen. Let me put back our music. Okay, so we now know what the AI is saying. USD Japanese, I mean, the AI is saying we should also look at, okay, this was our analysis on USD. I want USD Japanese. USD Japanese, where are you? There. Okay, so on Friday, I had a signal on Lwazi. Lwazi gave me this signal, guys. If you are not using the scanner, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why aren't you using this thing? I don't want this to sound like a sales pitch, guys, but you know, on Saturday, so the guys that I work with, we went to watch soccer, right? Obviously, those cows wearing yellow, and against the guys wearing black. We didn't even finish watching the match. We were just talking about Lwazi, man. So this is also one of the things I was discussing with the team, that, hey, did you see that USD Japanese sell? So Lwazi gave me this signal here at 156.210, and look at how beautiful this thing was, man. Now you'd ask yourself, why did Lwazi say I must sell there? Think about it. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. 786. Tatalendo Pilega. This is what happened. If you took also this trade and maybe you scanned it on Lwazi, please let me know there on the comment section. This was a beautiful trade. All right, let me mark the register quickly. Game is in the house. Say good evening, Mr. President and the choppers. Tabi is also in the house. Saying it's good evening, everybody. It's that time again, bracing for a heavy week ahead. Yeah, indeed, my friend, we need to be ready. Ramza is in the house. Temo is also in the house. DTS 1025 is in the house. White is also in the house. Now listen to this one. Charles is saying, President, we are expecting you to intervene in the war. Man, I wish I could. I wish I could. Yeah, Mr. President, if gold gaps to the upside, could we possibly expect crypto to tank down? Look, if you could remember, there was a time where this crypto portfolio was correlating a lot with safe haven asset. We even named it the digital gold because it was kind of a safe haven asset, but we see now that it's just doing the opposite. So if gold gaps to the upside, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see crypto, something like Bitcoin, crash. What we might see is Bitcoin can continue doing its own thing. Because why am I saying that? Look at how it's been behaving even during the war. There's really not much. Okay, so I'm expecting a normal behavior from crypto even. Remember I said we are buying this above 72,000, right? You can take it at 72,000, which is here. Preferably buy it above 100,000. Okay, so we're still sticking on that. Okay. Yeah, Umwad, I agree with you, my friend. Prayer is the best intervention, fellow choppers. I agree with you. I noticed that BTC Ethereum gap to the upside already this morning, and they went down to close the gaps. Like I said, I'm actually expecting these things to behave the same. I mean, I don't think there's going to be much when it comes to crypto. I really don't think there will be much, if I'm being honest. Do you want to say good evening, choppers, President? Sorry about what Para has done to Chiefs. Who said I'm Chiefs? Who said I'm Chiefs? I'm no longer Chiefs, man. My team now is that team that beat Pirate, Caceres or something. That's my team now. I can't handle it. I can't handle the pressure of being a Chiefs fan. I'm a trader already. My life is already complicated. Pain was ministered yesterday. Yeah, my friend. Robert Kawasaki estimates that gold will reach 250,000. Is that 250? 25,000 rather. 25,000. My glasses. 25,000. Do you think? Nah, man. By when? Robert Kawhi said he's not a trader. Like I said, guys, leave trading to traders. Leave it to us. By when? I kind of have a problem with such statements, Motlatsi, you know, because people always come and say, hey, gold is going to 100,000, gold is going to this. By when? By when? Because imagine now you are buying gold because Robert Kawasaki says it's going to 25,000. By the time it reaches that 25,000 euro, go in your account how many times? So I have a problem with such statements. You see, even what, who's this? Andrew Tate saying that the Bitcoin is going to 25,000. He's not a trader. Leave trading to traders, guys. There are people that appear to be like traders, and there are people that are traders, like raw traders that can read technical analysis. They can read the chart by just looking at it. Leave that to traders. Okay, so we will see tomorrow if we get a gap. See tomorrow if we get a gap. We broke above this key level here. If you see on 4 hours, we've got another level we can look into here, 5,444. This is another level that we can look for. So if we do gap to the upside, I don't know how far this thing is going to gap, but look, man, chances are very high that we might gap to the upside. Okay, so once we gap, we need to do reevaluate how we can take positions. So if we gap to the upside, for example, we will need to go down a bit, and then we can reload and go to the upside. Okay, only if we gap. Okay, so silver. This was our analysis on silver, that if you had two prices to break, but we were favoring the sell. So we said if you break below this one, take it here. And then I also did this, but if we break to the upside, let's go there. So can you see that we broke to the upside instead of the downside? So again, if silver gaps to the upside, let's wait and then we can reload. So that gap will be our impulsive movement. Remember ABC pattern. So we would have something like this: A, B, C. Then this will be our A, this will be our B, and this will be our C. Okay. So sometimes what can happen is we might have price here, then gap, okay, then correct, then that means this gap here, it counts as an A. Then B will be here, then C will be impulsive. Okay, guys, please do me a favor, like the stream. Like the stream as many times as you can. Okay, euro dollar. Yeah, euro dollar continues to consolidate, guys. There's really not much on this. Okay. I think, man, if really this war is as heavy as we think it is, then we should expect maybe the dollar to be weak. Don't buy here. Sucker trade. Remember, don't. And you go like this. Okay. British pound USD. Again, you are consolidating between $1.34 and $1.34 and $1.35, somewhere there. So I would say that if we break to the upside, you know the drill by now. Okay. AUD USD. Okay, so AUD USD, this was for Friday. So Friday we had a stream, but it was only for private members. Okay, it's still consolidating as well. This is AUD. This is how we can approach it. NAS 100. Okay, so NAS 100, this was a Friday setup. So we wanted to buy it. Obviously, we knew this will not hold. Why? Think about it. We've broken this key level here. So obviously, we had people that were thinking that we can buy here, break, retest, break. They're expecting to buy here, and that they are now obviously most definitely or high chances that they are stopped out. Okay. So how can we do it? I think it's going to sell off. I think my approach and my analytical mindset at this moment is just thinking about the war. So remember what Lwazi said, that stocks may sell off. So I think Nasdaq is one of the stocks that can sell off. US 30. Okay, so this is what we're planning. We're planning to buy it here. We never got a chance. On Friday again, we never got a chance to buy it. Therefore, we're gonna wait for it to break below this key level here. Break, retest. Okay. German 40. Okay, so German 40, we're expecting this on Friday, that if we break to the upside, if you get a correction, take it to the upside, and that did not happen. So we can expect it to fall off as well. I think even if you can take your trend line from this area here, one can say we break below it. So if you want to scalp it, you can wait for something like this. The first TP can be here, and then you can reload again at the test of this, and you can go down. Okay. USD ZAR, man, this thing hurts me so much. This thing hurts me so much. So we wanted to buy it here and then go to the upside, but it's still fooling around. I think we might as well expect a weakness coming from the dollar this week. I think that's how I see it. Brent crude. Okay, so Brent crude. Remember what I said to you guys on when was this? I think this was Wednesday. I said don't buy it here. A retest here, don't buy it. Wait for discount and buy it. It's already gone. So if you didn't have this one, it's already gone. WTI, same thing. So we were spot on the money here on WTI. Remember what I said to you guys. Do not buy this kind of things, guys. This here, I can tell you that a lot have bought. It took them out and it went our direction. Okay, so it's gone. And why did I know that this is how it might play out? Think about it. Remember what I always tell you guys. If the market is twisting a certain price, for example, it's doing this, right? When it breaks, don't buy here. I always tell you guys, don't buy here. Okay? Instead, wait for this. Then there. You see, so you broke here. I knew that a lot of people would want to buy here, and then it did. So it's already gone. Let's see, maybe if we can have some correction again, then we still go to the upside. Even with Brent crude, we can say, then we can go to the upside. Okay. Where is Lwazi? Lwazi is there, my friend. Lwazi is there. He's up and running. He's waiting for you. Just want to check something quickly. Okay, so let me see. I've got 42 credits. Let me scan something. Okay, so Lwazi normally gives 4 assets to scan. Okay, so I'll want you guys to choose for me which. So I'll choose the first 4 people that will suggest what should I tick here from the ones that are available. Remember, we still putting more pairs here. So some of the pairs that you can suggest, maybe it's not yet here. So on the majors, I have so I have to choose on the majors which one I'm taking. Euro dollar, British pound USD, UJ, USD Swiss, AU, USD, USD CAD, and NZD USD. So AUD Japanese yen is not yet here on the system, my friend. Okay, so please, I'm taking the first 4 people that will suggest. So there's EU, GU, UJ, USD, Swiss, AUD, USD, USD Canadian, and New Zealand dollar, USD. Robza, I said 1, my friend. 1. Okay, so we've got euro dollar, we've got AUD USD. What else? Okay, so let me take AUD on majors. Minus, on the minus we've got euro Great Britain, we've got EJ, which is euro Japanese, GJ, AUD NZD, AUD Japanese. Oh no, AUD Japanese we do have there. We do have. Okay, so we've taken 1 from minus and then 1 from major. Metals, what are we taking? Gold or silver? On metals, are we taking gold or silver? Okay, 1 suggested gold, so we are taking gold here. So we are left with 1. So it's either we take crypto, energy, or indices. Are we taking Nasdaq, Dow Jones, S&P 500, German 40, or UK? No, UK. Oh, it says limit reached. Oh, I clicked on it. Yeah. The FTSE, German 40. So we have already taken gold. S&P 500, Dow Jones. Are we choosing 1 here from the indices, or we're gonna take crypto or energy? You let me know. Guys, have you seen how our journal looks like by taking these signals from Lwazi? You guys are not ready. Okay, Fungile says we take DAX. Okay, so we take DAX. So fine, let's scan the market. So if it scans and it doesn't get a setup for you, it will explain what is happening with what you wanted. So Laz is busy doing his own thing now. Guys, in the meantime, please like the stream. Okay, so out of all the trades, is saying the trades are below threshold. So all of them are below 25%. So therefore, it doesn't give us anything on what we have selected because it's saying that it's below threshold. Let's take another 4 again. We go to majors. I think let's take GU. Okay, let me unclick. We take GU. We take, let's take Euro Great Britain. Let's take, on indices, let's take Nasdaq. Or let's take Dow. Energy, let's see if we can get something here. I need to unclick one of the, okay, gold. It doesn't have a signal on gold as yet. Energy, should we take Brent crude? Let's take Brent crude oil. Okay, let's scan. Okay, for those of you that say, President, we want this thing, man, where can we get it? Where can we get Lwazi? Okay, so Lwazi is getting a shot on, I don't want to give you the prices there. Please don't see the prices. I'm sure you're gonna pause it and check the prices there. So there is a short that is suggested here. I'm just gonna show it to you like this. There is a short, it's seeing a short on 1 hour. Let me see. 34931. One hour. Okay. Okay, so we got a one signal so far. I just need to hide it for you guys. Okay, so out of what we have clicked, we have one that is on around 75%. Look at how crazy this has been for us for this week. Loss is just being crazy, man. Like, loss is just being crazy this week. Look at our P&L. Crazy stuff. This thing is just too accurate, man. And one thing that you guys also need to know, it doesn't win all the time, eh? It does not win all the time. That one I can guarantee you. It doesn't win all the time. But with what we have taken so far, brilliant. So the war that is happening, guys, man. I don't know, guys. I really don't know.
Between the US and Iran hasn't always sounded like this.
An axis of evil.
Unprecedented, crippling sanctions on Iran.
Iran has been a very dangerous player. They're a nation of terror.
انشاءالله به توفیق الهی دشمن رو به زانو در خواهیم آورد.
The US and Iran may not have agreed on much for decades, but they used to be allies.
Iran, because of the great leadership of the Shah, is an island of stability in one of the more troubled areas of the world.
So how did the relationship between the two become so strained? And how does that link to what's happening in Iran today? Oil was discovered in southwestern Iran at the start of the 20th century. This redefined the role of the country on the global stage and began a complex journey with the West, and especially the United States. A British company that would later become BP set up Iran's oil industry, and business was good. But over time, there were growing calls from Iranians for more control.
The problem was there was so much wealth to be gained from the oil that was being extracted that then they could see all of that money just leaving the country. And so it's that history of feeling that this is oil on Iranian territory, under their ground, and they're not getting any of the benefit from it.
One of their strongest voices was Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. He came to power promising to nationalize Iran's oil, which he did in 1951. As a result, Britain, supported by America, boycotted Iranian oil, causing exports to all but collapse over the next 2 years. Then, in 1953, American and British intelligence agencies orchestrated a coup to push him out.
So America saw Mossadegh as being someone who would develop ties between Iran and Russia. So basically, it was an opportunity that then allowed American oil companies to get a foothold in the Iranian market.
The coup cemented control of the Western-backed Shah, or King of Iran, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. For the next 26 years, with support from the US, the Shah built infrastructure, started land reforms, improved education, and gave women the vote.
These very fast-paced social changes that are happening alongside this influx of enormous amounts of oil wealth into the country, and we see very fast transformations within society.
The reforms boosted the economy, but not
Is the
everyone
Israel
benefited
we
equally,
know is
and
not
some
the
religious
same
leaders
Israel in
felt
the
they were a
Bible,
threat
right,
to
Mr.
Islamic values.
Look,
Then, the Shah
I was
increased
actually trying to
political
make
control
research
over
about it
society.
because I really
In
want to
Iran,
be,
under
when I speak,
Mohammad
I
Reza
really
Shah
want to be
Pahlavi
clear with my
becomes much stronger, and he
research.
has
So
American support to
there is a
train
very
up
distinct
his
difference
secret
between the
police,
Israel of
to
today and the one in the
interrogate
Bible, because
people
this
and to
one
try and stamp
initially
out
was founded in
any
1948
possible areas of
as a
opposition.
democratic
The
and
Shah's
a
feared secret
geopolitical nation
police, his
state.
opulent
So
lifestyle, and pro-Western policies
they say
sparked
it's very
riots,
much distinct from the
strikes, and
biblical
mass
Israel, which
protests from
was a
across Iranian
theological,
society.
conventional community
And
based
all
on
this
ancient
led
religious
to the Iranian
law,
Revolution
while
in
the modern state is
1979,
located
which
in
changed
the
the
same
country
geographic
completely.
region. It is the 20th
The
century
religious leader
political creation.
Ayatollah
So
Ruhollah Khomeini returned
you
from
are right.
exile and
It's not the
established an
same. It's
Islamic
really not the
republic.
same.
This transformed
But it was
not only
founded on the
Iran,
same
but how
soil.
it
So
saw
that's
the
why a
world.
lot of people feel like it's the same.
پیروزیمون وقتی است که دست این اجانب از مملکتمون کوتاه شود.
The shift from friends to enemies starts in 1979, partly just because of where the revolution ended up going under the leadership of Khomeini, whose rhetoric was anti-American.
In November 1979, a group of students who said they were angry about America's treatment of Iran stormed the US embassy in Tehran and held dozens of Americans hostage inside for more than a year.
When the hostage crisis happens, the relationship fundamentally
This
changes.
is very interesting.
Iran was no longer a friend and overnight becomes an enemy.
In response, the US applied economic sanctions for the first time. They banned all trade with Iran, including oil. Before the hostage crisis ended, Iraq invaded Iran. The leader of Iraq, Saddam Hussein, felt threatened by Iran's Islamic Republic and thought the new regime was weak and could be quickly defeated. But the war lasted 8
Family,
years,
please like
and
the
more
stream
than
while
half a
you're
million
watching
people
here.
died. Though officially neutral, the US secretly backed Iraq, providing financial aid, weapons, and intelligence. Towards the end of this war, on July 3rd, 1988, the US shot down an Iranian civilian plane that it says it mistook for a fighter jet and killed 290 people. Over time, in Iran, rhetoric against the US and its greatest ally in the region, Israel, strengthened. Iran has denied Israel's right to exist since the 1979 revolution.
The Islamic Republic is concerned the U.S. poses an existential threat to Iran. Israel also poses an existential threat to Iran, and think as the only Shia Persian state in the region, nobody likes them. And if Iran does not take its fight away from its homeland, it would have to face its enemies on Iranian soil.
Since the revolution, Iran has been seeking to export its ideology and expand its influence beyond its borders by supporting a network of well-armed groups. Over time, this included Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthis in Yemen, as well as others in Iraq and Syria, collectively called the Axis of Resistance. This, along with concerns from the US that Iran could develop a nuclear weapons program, strained relations further and led to more sanctions. Iran has repeatedly said its nuclear program was only for peaceful purposes.
Iran has sanctions that the U.S. has imposed on Iran because of its nuclear program. There are sanctions because of its regional activities, what the U.S. calls terrorist activities in the Middle East. And there are also sanctions on the Islamic Republic because of the violations on human rights.
There were attempts at reconciliation, but a breakthrough didn't come until 2015, when after more than a decade of negotiations, Iran signed an agreement to limit its nuclear program. In exchange, the US and others stopped crippling economic sanctions, allowing Iran to once again sell its oil internationally. This fell apart during President Trump's first presidency. He took the US out of that agreement and reimposed sanctions.
At the heart of the Iran deal was a giant fiction that a murderous regime desired only a peaceful nuclear...
This guy talks with his hands all the time.
Tensions escalated under President Trump's maximum pressure campaign. Iran's economy, already weakened by decades of sanctions and mismanagement, worsened. In 2019, the US accused Iran of attacking oil tankers and its drones in the region. Then, in 2020, Iran's top military commander, General Qasem Soleimani, was killed by a US drone strike in Iraq. President Trump said Soleimani was behind attacks on Americans in the region.
You guys still remember this?
On October 7th, 2023, Hamas launched an attack on Israel, which sparked more than 2 years of war in Gaza. Iran denied being involved, but publicly supported the actions of Hamas. Israel responded with sustained attacks in Gaza against Hamas, as well as other Iranian allies and proxies in the region.
Yes. Jesus, look at that.
In June 2025, the UN's nuclear watchdog said Iran had breached its nuclear obligations under the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Iran has always said that they have never looked to develop a nuclear weapon. Israel launched a series of strikes on Iran, resulting in a 12-day war between the two countries. And this culminated in direct US involvement, including airstrikes on Iranian nuclear facilities.
Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat.
Since the Iranian Revolution, the US and Iran were fighting each other in different arenas, diplomatic, economic, political, espionage, cyber. The only thing that had not happened was the use of military force. But he broke that taboo.
In September 2025, the UN reimposed a host of sanctions that had been lifted in 2015 because of increased Iranian nuclear activity. The economy went from bad to worse. Food price inflation increased by 70%, and then mostly due to sanctions, Iran's currency plummeted. This meant all imported products like cooking oil, wheat, and medicine became more expensive almost overnight. Shopkeepers and merchants in Tehran started protesting in response to these soaring prices at the end of December. Demonstrations grew quickly in size and spread across the country. There have been wide calls for political change, with crowds chanting slogans against Supreme Leader Khamenei. Some have called for the return of the exiled son of the former Shah, Reza Pahlavi. The regime has cracked down on protesters. Thousands have been killed.
Jeez.
US President Donald Trump has expressed support for protesters and warned the regime against violence.
We don't want to see what's happening in Iran happen. And, you know, if they want to have protests, that's one thing. When they start killing thousands of people, and now you're telling me about hanging, we'll see how that works out for them. It's not going to work out good.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has blamed President Trump for the protests and deaths.
ما رئیس جمهور آمریکا رو مجرم می‌دانیم، هم به خاطر تلفات، هم به خاطر خسارات، هم به خاطر تهمتی که به ملت ایران زد.
Some in Iran's opposition, including the exiled son of the former Shah, have welcomed President Trump's support.
I believe that President Trump is a man of his word, and ultimately he will stand with the Iranian people as he has said.
But there's also unease.
So you do have some Iranians who can easily see, okay, so the enemy of my enemy is then my friend. So if Trump is the enemy of Khamenei, Trump could be helpful. But that's not all Iranians, and it just becomes very complicated when you don't want to straightforwardly welcome more American intervention.
And there are wider worries about the impact of any escalation.
The regional countries are concerned about Iran's actions once Iran gets cornered. This is why you're seeing the Arab countries of the Persian Gulf lobbying against the US striking Iran, because they know that they will be caught in the crossfire of the United States and Iran.
There you go, folks. Seems like we're gonna have to wait for Monday and see how we can position ourselves. Take some positions on gold, WTI, and Brent crude. So we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot to cover this week. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. The setups are intact. Lwazi is available. You can go to www.tradewithmj.co.za. If you don't have that $99 per month, you can always fund with Okta and get Lwazi for free by making a deposit of around $50 upwards. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you on the group. If you want to join our private group, you can use the Okta link there as well. Sign up, fund your account with minimum deposit of $25 and let me know, and then I can add you on the group. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.